Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Lifestyle Miami podcast. My name is Daniela Zuleta, and today I want to welcome a special guest named Emmanuel Manny Millen. He's a professor at Miami-Dade College. He's also a founder of the Miami International Voodoo Museum. I want to welcome you today, Manny. How are you?
Good. I'm very good. I'm glad that you are contacting me for this podcast.
Amazing. So we haven't spoke for about 2 years. I went a while ago with my good journalism friend, Alejandro. We went to go visit you. And that first time, it really amazed me because of everything that I saw in your property in the International Voodoo Museum. We're going to get into a little bit more about what you have there, but it's such a special place and it's so unique, especially that you're there. You're able to give more of an insight of it.
Yes, absolutely.
First, I want to begin with when and where you were born.
Born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and I came here in the U.S. in Miami, Florida, at the age of 16. Then that's where I went to high school, Miami Senior High School, and Miami-Dade College and FIU. I'm a FIU alumni in hospitality management and travel and tourism.
What was it like growing up here in Miami, since you said you were here as a teenager?
During my time when I arrived, it didn't have much of a difficulty because I started here in North Miami, and there was no problem in North Miami. But from what I heard, the young Haitian students who went to Edison Senior High School had a lot of problems. But North Miami, everything was fine. I didn't have any issue. Everything was fine, and I enjoyed it. I started my job in North Miami Park and Recreation, and the same time, then I went to university college.
Oh, wow. When you were younger, what did you think that you would become as an adult?
I thought I was going to become an architect, and I think my math wasn't so good, so I switched to tourism, and where I had my tourism degree, and then switched to hospitality management. I got my second degree in hospitality management. But during the time I was in school, all my projects, all my research paper were done on Haiti. So I always kind of find the fascination about the culture. Then every time I went to the Haitian culture, then everything related to voodoo. So then I realized voodoo is Haitian culture. So that's why I took this initiative to found this museum to really explain people what about this culture, which is there's a wrong perspective about it. And then I would like to clarify people about the culture and to understand it. It's way out of place the way they think it is. It's a beautiful culture. It's interesting. It is related to the nature, the spirituality, the universe, and there are a lot to know about it. That is nothing the way
that they make it seem is really taboo, and people try to frown upon it. So then you decided to get into tourism because of your experience in Haiti and writing these papers. And then once you got into Miami-Dade College, was there a struggle getting into it, or were you just like, oh, I'm going to apply today?
As a professor or as a student?
As a student.
As a student, I had no choice because I graduated. I spent 2 years in North Miami because of when I arrived at 16, and my level of English was kind of low. I couldn't make it, and I did not have too many knowledge of the system, how to get to university. So the easiest place to go was Miami-Dade, and then kind of got myself way up to, Miami-Dade prepared me to get me stronger into the academic aspect. Then I transferred to FIU to continue.
And then why FIU,
FIU has the best hospitality school. Back in my days, I don't know now how is it ranked. FIU was number 2 nationwide and hospitality management school. So, and then I was so proud to be an alumni of FIU, the second best school in the nation.
And what was your first job growing up?
My very first job here in the United States was public supermarket. I was 16, 17 when I just arrived here. And then I spent a good 2 years during my high school time. And then I switched and I played soccer for Miami-Dade back then, the Miami-Dade Wolfson College with the Wolfson campus, and then transferred to FIU.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. And then you got to FIU, you took your course into learning more about the hospitality business. And then where did that lead you afterwards?
I worked in 2 different places after my graduation. I worked as a general manager for a Haitian restaurant in South Beach, Top Restaurant. I spent 3 years there. Then I worked for a Hyatt Regency in Fort Lauderdale and as a function manager. And then basically it in night hospitality is hard work. It's very hard. And then I just looked for something where a field where I can have my weekends off and I don't have to work so hard. So I transferred to education. And first I started with as a substitute teacher at North Miami Beach Senior High School. Then I got my
The
North
connection.
Miami Beach Senior High School has a substitute teacher. Then I got my first full-time job, ESOL teacher for North Miami Middle School. And then I left the public school, not the Miami-Dade Public School. Then I only work part-time for Miami-Dade College now as a professor.
How has the experience of like the different students that have been coming in, what has that been like?
Oh, that's a great experience. I've had students that discover a lot of things and new things, and they show a lot of respect, things that they didn't know. I've had students from my middle school, from high school, from FIU, well, even colleagues too. They have came here and they discover new things, things they didn't think of. The culture, the voodoo culture was like that, and they thank me for that.
When did you initially start the Miami International Voodoo Museum?
I started it right before 2018. 2018 when I started Miami-Dade, and there was a colleague of mine. She went to the tourism school at Miami-Dade also, and she gave me the advice: why don't you create something? Because the cultural tourism should be big, and the county wants to promote that. And she told me, and this is Sandra Washington, I'll never forget her. And then she told me, think about it, do something for the Asian community to promote the tourism in the Asian community. And then I took her advice seriously, and then I decided to do this. And I started to go to Haiti and start collecting all the stuff that I have now. And it took me a good 4 years of collecting stuff.
Wow. And what was the motivation behind the name? How did you think, oh, this is going to be the name that I'm going to pick for my museum?
I did because I felt like it's no other name. It's just like people. I mean, I remember when I created a name, someone told me, why you use Voodoo? Because it's going to be challenging. It's just going to be difficult. But I say, I can't call it differently because it is. It is what it is. This is not about just like thinking about like making money. This is not about it. It's just educate people, to explain people what it is. It is what it is. It is the culture. It is what it is. And that's why I call it Miami International Voodoo Museum. And international is because of many Afro diaspora from around the Americas, in the Americas. They all have some kind of like resemblance spirituality to voodoo. So that's why you can come here and you see flag, some African flag like Nigeria, Benin, Brazil, Jamaica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Colombia, and they all have Venezuela. They all have this roots of African roots. So I kind of include them into the international part of the culture.
Well, that's very true because like most people, they don't realize that. Like they just go to, these Spanish countries and then they also don't realize, the history behind that. So I think that's very important to, share that as well. And then how can people come to see the museum?
This weekend I have it on Eventbrite. I have it on Eventbrite under the commemorate the essential of the Haitian heritage. And they can go to Google Map and enter Miami International Voodoo Museum. It's not on my website this weekend, but also they can call, and if they call, I'll answer my phone number. And they can come and see it. The tour will start from 5 to 7 p.m. And I will walk people through and explain every single element and every single parts, because they all have meanings, historical meanings or spiritual meanings or social meanings. So it's like those are the points that I would explain people about what's inside here.
And then these are like different artifacts. These are different things that you've collected over the years, correct?
Yeah, in three, four, five different departments. We call it, in Haiti, we call department. We don't call states. We call departments. So 5 different of Haiti. So that's, different artists, different people, different places where I collect those items.
What I really love about you and the museum is that you're very open. You're very open to talking about the culture. You're very open to educate others. So that's what I really enjoy, learning more about what you have going on there.
Well, thanks. But because the reason why I feel like that, because it's just like such a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, it relates to the universe. It gives you the wisdom. It's just a lot of things, and people don't realize it that way. And I want to make people feel like, hey, listen, you come here, you feel at peace, you feel good, you feel like you are connected to ancestors. Not only the African ancestors, there are some stuff, there are colonial things. they were built by ancestors. It could be the master, the colon, but there were things that people before us built. So it's always important to think to our ancestors. There are a lot of things. So I always feel good to teach, to instruct people about this wonderful culture. So that's why.
Very good. And what advice would you give to your younger self looking back to all of the knowledge that you know now?
I wish I've known more at a younger age. I've decided, I guess, a little bit too late. I should have known this, and understood it right after college, right after my graduation, and started right off the bat. But never too late. It's okay.
That's very true. It's never too late, and you just have to continue to educate yourself and learn about many different things. And then my next question is, what advice would you give to someone that wants to be in the same industry as you?
I give advice to the youngsters to never down their culture, never put down their culture, never believe until you figure out exactly what it is. Never believe in what people say without knowing, because what happened in our situation, many people just follow what they heard. Okay, voodoo is Satan, voodoo is evil, voodoo is sorcery. No, it is not. You need to know, and this is why I created a museum. The museum is demonstrative. It shows people what is it exactly. Because I went to Haiti and spent all this time to learn about. I would go to different places and then watch people, see how they live, and I never experienced any things that they're saying. So then here I can really explain people what it is exactly, and they would understand it better because I can demonstrate everything here. And you don't even need to travel to Haiti, everything in here about the culture. I try to cover everything to make someone understand a better Haitian culture.
Do you continue to still go back to Haiti throughout the years?
It has been 2 years that I've not done because I don't really have a strong need to go, but it's kind of like what happened is like where I would go wouldn't have any problems. I would not have any problems. But right now it's not a time to really go because it's like there's no government.
Yeah.
The justice system is not functioning. So if something happened to you, you're on your own. This is the problem. It's not like I would be facing gangs or anything that you're saying, but it's not. And it takes a long time to go there because the main airport Port-au-Prince has closed for the past year or months. And I have to go to the north side to then travel around, and it's just not convenient to go. And I don't have the strong need to go. So for now on, I'm here.
Well, at least you get to, right here, you're home,
Yeah, this is considered my home.
Yeah.
I have family there, but they feel comfortable. But I said, okay, that's fine. But yeah.
Well, then I wanted to say thank you so much for sharing your story with me today, Manny. You have been really amazing. I want to come by again and see you and the place. So
but what's the pleasure?
But yeah, I really want to come visit sometime. I'll let you know when. And I wanted to say thank you so much for sharing your story with me and my audience on this podcast. And I always like to learn from you and about the different cultures that are here in Miami. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
You're amazing. Thank you again. You're an amazing person as well for helping this going, for helping this culture to show the culture in a very positive atmosphere.
Of course.
Aspect. Okay. Thank you, Daniela.